We are on day 4 of shifting patterns, the 30-day energy reset, in which we're going to be feeding the energy instead of draining it. And today I'm going to actually be pulling a prompt out of the guided stress management journal called The Unseen Trail, and this is in the messy middle. So you recognize that you need to recover from burnout, that you need more stress relief, that you're not finding balance, that you need to manage your energy, but you still got to show up. You still got to show up for work. You got to show up for your family. You got to do all the things. How do you do that in such a busy, demanding world? And that's where this journal came out of, was in my recovery years, figuring out how to break some of those patterns, to reclaim the energy when there's all this chaos around you. And there's one that I'm bringing out from garden season right now, and I saw it the other day, and there's some things that we do in our daily life for a faster production, for a faster output, but at what costs? And this actually came out of a debate between me and my partner, and we were talking about resetting and finding some balance in our world between work and life and all the demands and kids. And this is the background behind this prompt. Is I was doing things out of convenience because I thought it was making my life easier, and it was actually fighting me on breaking the patterns that was draining my energy. It was almost like covering it up, saying this is making my life easier, when it wasn't addressing a lower level of dysfunction that was going on in our lifestyle. So I'm going to read this prompt to you, and then we're going to reflect on our daily step towards reclaiming the energy. So this is convenience tax. We live in a world that sells speed and efficiency, but at what cost? I found myself in a heated but eye-opening conversation with my partner. I was praising how convenient online grocery shopping was. Between meetings, daycare pickups, madness of trying to be everything for everyone, it felt like a lifesaver. You just swing through a grocery parking lot and an employee brings out your food order that you ordered last night at 11 p.m. But then he paused and said, "Listen to what you just said. You don't even have time for gathering food. One of the basic human needs to live. That's not sustainable." And he was right. That moment forced me to rethink not just my grocery and food routine, but how I designed my days. You're not just on a journey to get more done. You're on a journey to live more sustainably, mentally, physically, emotionally, and deepening relationships. So here's your prompts to reflect over the next day. What are you trading for convenience? And does it actually give more life or just more speed? What is one convenience you've built into your routine that might actually be taxing your energy, presence, or values? And the last prompt, what might change if you slowed that moment down, even just once this week, and made it intentional? So here's what I did with my prompt. Oh, a little spider guy. Here's what I did with that prompt is we began to switch to more gardening. We had the space. It actually was a fun habit of mine, but we began to switch some of our food when in season to grow it ourselves, because Kelly had a battle with stillness, as you found out in day 1. And this brought stillness. Yes, I was working on output and I was working, but my mind was at rest when I garden, when my hands are in the dirt. So we began to grow some of our own food. Now, certainly we are not at the scale of most gardeners, but it was something to slow me down, to stop leaning in convenience and realize that busyness wasn't providing value to my world. If anything, it was making it more chaotic. If you don't have time to get food, if you don't have time to eat, which was my lifestyle, what are we doing? I thought the convenience was such a flex that I was checking things off on my list faster and I would have more time to do other things. Well, guess what I did? I filled that space with more work, with more projects, with more busy stuff that didn't bring value. I also realized through that process of shifting to more home cooked meals and having time to eat and having time to shop for food, that I was being more intentional with bringing life into my days, with bringing those micro moments of presence, of just doing the thing, being a human, that it brought peace back into my life. Now, if I had a different situation, like I was taking care of my elderly parents, or I'm not able to go grocery shopping, that's a thing. Go pick up your groceries through the convenience of the online apps. But I'm talking about the people that overpack their days, like me, and didn't have time for the basic human necessities of life. That's where this convenient tax comes in. Is yes, it's convenient. Yes, it's faster, but at what cost? And that's how we begin shifting patterns that either feed the energy or drain it. I'll see you back here tomorrow on this energy reset.